Okay, hello everyone, Maureen. Okay, okay. So thank you so much for joining today's webinar. Thank you for fitting us into your schedule. Thank you for taking out the time to join us. I can assure you that it will be worth your while and you will get value for your time. I am Oroluwa Oyedemi, a communications officer at the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, and I will be moderating today's session. So I've introduced myself. Over to you. Please introduce yourself in the chat box or the comment section, depending on where you're coming from. So tell us your name, tell us what you do, where you're watching this webinar from, and just tell us one thing that you'd like to gain from today's session. So your name, where you're watching from, what you do, and one thing you would like to gain from this session. I want to see the chat box buzzing. So just introduce yourselves. You never know. Your next partner could be here, your next customer, your next client, your next investor could be here. So put yourself out there and would like to get to know you. Okay, hello Adeyemo Adeniji. Hello Usman Akim Bamidele. Nice to see you. Nice to have you with us. Hello Abraham Ebomeye. I'm really sorry if I didn't pronounce the name properly, but thank you so much to everyone for joining today's session. So today we will be discussing the impact of digital marketing tools for business owners. We'll be taking a very interesting journey into the world of digital marketing. We'll be discussing the tools that you need to have in your arsenal as a business owner to succeed in 2023 and beyond. Businesses are often told to go digital, to have social media platforms, to leverage digital marketing. But when you're a small business owner, still trying to find your feet, you're still trying to navigate the complex and sometimes very competitive business ecosystem, digital marketing might seem like a very intimidating and confusing space. But this session, this webinar is designed to help you gain clarity, to help you find direction, to answer all your questions, and ultimately educate you and give you action points that you can take to grow your business. Okay, so to help us drive today's topic we have two professional powerhouses and industry experts. We have Omotunde Dada, who is a digital marketing specialist, and we also have Maureen Wanjiru, who is a customer experience and marketing expert. So I'm introducing them shortly, but I'd just like to say that this webinar is one of the many ways through which we support business owners in Lagos State and Lagos residents in general. We offer access to funding, access to affordable finance for business owners in the forms of low interest loans and grants. We also offer access to markets where business owners get to exhibit their products and services at trade fairs and exhibitions. We support the tech ecosystem with a suite of different programs through Lagos Innovates. We also help business owners, aspiring business owners, gain relevant skills that will help them succeed and markets and ultimately start up their own businesses and become creators of jobs. Because here at the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, our goal is to ensure that everybody becomes a job creator. So thank you so much to everyone that's introducing themselves. We are so glad to have you once again. So this webinar will be divided into three sections, right? The first section, will be a presentation by Omotunde Dada. The second will be a fireside session with Maureen Wanjiru, and the third will be a Q&A session where you get answers to all your questions by our facilitator. So as you can see, this webinar has been designed to give you a very enriching and interactive and comprehensive look into the topic. So to set the ball rolling will be Omotunde Dada with a presentation. So I'll read out his profile shortly. Okay, so just give me a minute. But I'd like to know if Omotunde is here. Omotunde, are you here? Hello, Omotunde.
Hello, hi, I'm here.
Omotunde, are you there?
Hello, can you hear me? I'm here.
Omotunde is a seasoned digital marketing specialist with over 8 years of professional experience. Currently, he serves as a leading consultant at Creative Digital Media, where he businesses from fledgling startups to established giants to establish a powerful digital presence. Throughout his distinguished career, he collaborated with a wide array of tier across industries, industries, especially in and implementing innovative strategies that significantly enhance brand and credibility. His proficiency in creating and managing data-driven campaigns set him apart in the industry, ensuring consistent success in his endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's give it a warm welcome to Omotunde Dada. Thank you, Omotunde, for joining us. The floor is yours.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Hello. 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 Can you hear me? Hello. Okay.
Okay, I can hear you, Omotunde. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly right now.
Sorry for the technical difficulty. Yeah.
Okay, I would like to share my screen for
All right, then. Please go ahead.
Okay, can you all see my screen? Hello, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see your screen, Omotunde. Yes, we can. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you for inviting me for this class. I would like to commence as soon as possible. So the topic is in the impact of digital marketing tools for business owner. So first, I would like to look at what is digital marketing. Digital marketing is a method of promoting products, services through online media, digital channels, and technology. It includes search engine optimization, content marketing, email marketing, social media marketing, pay-per-click advertising, and many more. So a lot of times, a lot of business owners, they confuse what digital marketing is with what social media marketing is. So digital marketing is like the mother of all marketing online. So basically, if you are planning to establish your business online, you need a digital marketing strategy, a plan to scale through your business online. So let's dive into why you need digital marketing. Now, we all know about traditional marketing and digital marketing. Traditional marketing is what we've been using before digital marketing came. So right now, digital marketing has brought a lot of new ways we can advertise our business and more cheaper ways. So first of all is reach. Digital marketing allows small businesses to reach a global audience. A business in Ibadan can reach a customer in India, in China, anywhere around the world at a very low cost or at a very cheap cost. So here in Nigeria, I can sell to any country. Anybody in India can sell to Nigeria. You can order things from anywhere around the world. This is what digital marketing has allowed us to achieve over there. Unlike traditional marketing cannot get us far. Just like your flyer cannot fly to India. Your flyer is only going to reach people that you share it to physically. So that's it. So cost effective. It's often more affordable than traditional channels. It's very affordable. If you want to create a budget for digital marketing, it's always cheaper for small businesses compared to traditional marketing. A small business owner now, if we're in the age of where we don't have the internet, I'm not sure small business owner can really survive. It's very, very hard for small business owner to survive because if you're in Lagos, maybe for instance, you're in Keja and you're a small business owner, you don't have internet, you can hardly, your business can hardly go past Keja because there's no how you want to reach a large audience because you have a slim budget, unlike big players. So target marketing. Digital marketing allows us to target people we want specifically. It's just like if I am in Ikeja and I want to sell to only people in Ikeja, digital marketing allow me to sell to only people in Ikeja. So it's not like I'll be wasting money reaching people in Ikoyi or anywhere, or I can just want to, in fact, you can even reach people in a particular street. Maybe you are selling in Computer Village and you just want to sell it only in Computer Village. You can run ads to just target people in Computer Village only. So customer engagement. It allows us to have direct interactions with our customer. If you upload the content or you design a website, your customer can interact with you directly. So it's very, very cool. Performance tracking. We can track all performance of our campaign. If you are using Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, you can easily track how your customers are engaging with your content. So for instance, now if you post a video, you can know how many likes, comments, you can actually know places the content got to, maybe it got to India or China. You can check all this information on your content. So you can easily know that, okay, it seems people in, let's say you upload the content now in Lagos and people in Ibadan love your content more. So it's better for you to focus more on Ibadan and see that, okay, people in Lagos also love your content. Then you can know how to improve your content for people in Lagos. So it's like you are going to be creating content specifically for a market that you know are showing interest in what you are doing already. Competitive advantage. Online presence helps small business compete with large players. If I just want to start doing a business today, maybe I'm selling clothes, and you know we already have big companies already selling clothes. Imagine it was the days of there was no internet. It will be very hard for small businesses to survive because there is no there's a low reach for them. But right now, small businesses are now finding it very, very interesting and very, very powerful for them to reach a lot of audience out there, including the same audience the large players are reaching. Maybe you are into drinks or anything. The same people that Coca-Cola are selling to is the same people you too can also sell to. So these are what digital marketing allows us to achieve. Conversion rates, real-time interaction can lead to improved conversion. So the moment you know your customer, you know your audience, you know the kind of thing that attracts your audience to you, then you start getting conversion for your business. So our first tools are focusing on is website optimization. Website optimization is the process of improving your website performance, speed, and user experience. A lot of us visit a lot of websites every day. For instance, now, when you visit Facebook, Facebook is a website. Facebook is a website. Now, Facebook over the years has improved in their performance, speed. If you look at Facebook 5 years, 10 years ago, you know the difference now that they keep improving due to the feedback they are getting from people. The speed increases to the user experience. Now imagine there are some times that we have this poke button on Facebook. In the days of Facebook, I don't know. Yeah, there were days we have poke button. You can poke people on Facebook. Right now, we don't have that feature again. Now, Facebook has discovered that people don't really like that kind of experience on their platform. So they've improved their user experience. Now have a lot of other features. So website optimization is focusing on improving your website performance, speed, and user experience. These are for those people that have website already. So you'll be looking at things that will help you to optimize your website. So benefits of website optimization: increase website traffic. Optimization enhances website visibility on search engine page. SERP means search engine page, leading to more visitors. Now, the moment we optimize our website, we get increased flow of traffic to our website. Right now, Facebook is having billions of users daily. Now, people don't also know that Google is a website. The moment you type www.google.com, you are going to a website. Then what Google does is that they attach all websites around the world to their websites. Google is the #1 website in the world. That is why when people are creating their websites, they put in mind of how Google will rank their website. We'll get to that later in the SEO part. To improve conversion rate, a well-optimized website ensure visitors can find what they need, driving higher conversion. A well-optimized website, for instance, now if you visit, let's say, I'll be using Facebook and this platform for example, because all these platforms have everything we're going to be talking about. If you visit Facebook and Instagram, or let's say Twitter, these platforms have revolved over the years. They allow customers to have anything at their fingerprints. So for instance, now if you want to do, maybe you want to upload something on Facebook, it's very easy for you to just press the plus button. Instantly you upload. Just like this particular platform you're using, this Zoom platform you're using, it is a very good platform. Over the years, they've evolved. Their menus have evolved, everything have evolved. So it's very easy. If you want to share, chat, participants, start video. Imagine we don't have these features. You have to look for a particular arrow to start looking for these features. This we piss customer off, and they will look for alternative website that have the feature they need. Reduce bounce rate by enhancing user engagement and friendliness, website optimization, and lower boundary. This is the amount of time people spend on your website. Now, if you're a website owner, there are tools you can use. We'll get to that. There are tools you can use to know the amount of average time someone is spending on your website. So, for instance, now, if someone comes on your website and they spend 2 minutes on your website, 2 minutes on your website, just like on Facebook, Facebook has the average time of 13 minutes. People spend, let's say, above 13 minutes on Facebook every day, averagely. So now, if people are spending 2 minutes average time on your website, then you need to go and sit down and say, okay, how can I increase the amount of time people spend on my website? The moment you increase the amount of time people spend on your website, this will allow you to get more customer, and also your customer will convert, will buy from you. So these are the things. So improve SEO. Website optimization boosts your site search engine results, ranking by ensuring a well-structured website, high quality content, and appropriate keyword use. When we are building our website, we need to make sure that we structure our website properly, because the moment we launch our website and our website is live and Google crawls your website daily, for you to go to Google now and type a particular brand name on Google, and it pops up on Google as the first site to see. Those sites are well optimized. That's why they are on the #1 page. If you see a website on the #1 page of Google, that website is not just there by luck. They did a lot of optimization to allow their website to be there. Increase brand awareness. Optimization help your website to reach wider audience, boosting brand recognition and attracting new customers. When our website is well optimized, we get new customers daily. New customers, we get wider reach, because the moment you go to Google now, Google even suggests some things to you. Maybe you are searching what is the name of the local state governor. The moment you go to Google, you see, are you looking for the do you know the deputy name? You start seeing questions that they were asking. These things are what Google are randomly bringing to you. Those websites that Google are randomly bringing to you, they are well optimized. That is why Google is suggesting that website to you. If Google does not suggest a website to you, maybe you have a particular content, maybe on your website you wrote about the deputy governor of Lagos State, and Google is not talking about your website, Google is not bringing traffic to your website, it means your website is lacking some things. Or let's say a product, maybe you're selling shoe, a Gucci shoe, or you're selling a leather shoe, and Google is not talking about your website, it means your website is not well optimized. There's a lot of game work that go in, optimizing your website on the first page of Google. Look at the key areas the key areas to focus on when optimizing your website. Use a responsive website. Your website should look good and be functional on all devices, including desktop, laptop, tablet, and phone. Now, I don't know, maybe you have this experience. You can visit some website on phone and discover that the website is not well shaped. You can visit some website on laptop and discover that, oh, the website is better on laptop. Now, 85% of people that are using the internet today, they access the internet with their phone. So if I'm building a website today, I will not build a website for a laptop. I will make sure I optimize it for a phone use, because I know that a lot of people are visiting from their phone. If they have bad experience, for instance, if I visit the website today and I'm scrolling on the website and I visited the website from Google, if I spend less than 1 minute on the website, Google automatically knows that I spend less than 1 minute on that website, and that particular bot will pass message to Google and say this website is not well optimized. Then Google will not be ranking your website better. If you don't build a very responsive website, maybe people are looking for something, they can't find it or anything, Google actually know all this information, and the computer pass the information to Google, telling Google that this particular website does not allow customer experience. Now, let me give you instances of how Google plays this game. Google is a search engine company. You have other search engine companies. You have Blink, you have a lot of them. Yahoo, and a lot of them. Imagine you search for something on Google and you can't find a perfect website on Google. Do you know that you don't want to come to Google? You want to go to another search engine to look for what you're looking for. That is why they are making sure that good websites are ranking. That's why they're making sure that people are actually looking for what they are looking for on Google. So if you are looking for something on Google and you can't find it on Google, it means there's nobody has talked about those kind of things. So it means there's an opportunity for you to write about that kind of thing. So that's another one. High quality image. Image can make a website more visually appealing and engaging. However, make sure you use high quality image that load quickly. Now, have you visited some websites where that the images are not well optimized? They are not high quality. This affects the website. 100% sure. If your website if your image is not well bright or is not showing very well, Google actually knows this information. Google has advanced to the level that when Google crawls your website, Google actually understands the images on your website, the text, the structure. Google can actually see everything. So it's better to use high quality image. And if you're using high quality image, ensure that the image is not heavy. Imagine you are using the image of 50 MB on your website. It will decrease the load time. That is the speed of the website. So there's a way we go about it. We decrease the quality of the website, but retain the quality of the picture. There's a way they do it online. So keep your website content concise. So visitors should be able to find information they're looking for quickly and easily. Avoid using long paragraphs of text. Now, too much of text affects a lot of things. Apart from website, social media too. If you are building a flyer and there's too much content on it, too much twisted content on it, it will not go far, because people are not really reading much these days. So these are one of the reasons why they don't like too much of text on the website. Use clear and concise navigation. Visitors should be able to easily find their website, find their way around your website. Use a clear and concise navigation, labels, and link. Now, visiting website, just like Zoom, we are using Zoom today. We also have Skype of one time. People are not using Skype again because they are not modern. They didn't actually advance in their user experience, and they were not following the trend of marketing. So that's another part. But right now on Zoom actually understand the market. They understand that today in the market, people don't have time. People need to look for everything they want at once. That's why we have the tab once. All the tabs are in one place. Everything you want to do, you can get it in that one place. You don't need to start looking for anybody that stresses people don't have time again. So people will be frustrated, and there are some of our parents or some of our parents that are both 45 years old or 50 years old or 60 years old. Most of these people find it hard to use these things if they are very complicated. So that is why Google is ensuring that when you are building your website, make sure that these things are in the places that are well easy to see. So it's good to build a fancy website, but it's good to build a website for your customer. Most of the people I've seen so far, they want to build a very beautiful website. Oh, hey, I want it to be. No, you are not building for yourself. You are building for your customer. I used to tell these people these things. You are building for your customer. I don't care. Maybe I don't care. What I care about is the customer. Immediately, you have the customer in mind that if they visit my website, can they navigate? Can they find this thing faster? If they can't find this thing faster, then we have built rubbish. Because, oh, I want water to be falling, I want pictures to be going back and forth. These things will affect how your website will be shown on Google. You have beautiful websites, but there's a way they go around it. We must make sure that anything we are building must be beautiful at the same time, must be well clear, and people can easily navigate the website. Use effective call to action. Make it easy for visitors to make desired action on our website, such as signing up for your newsletter or making a purchase. On this particular website, let's assume, for instance, new share. You can share a screen, you can post a share, you can remote control, you can chat, you can do participants, you can do all these things in just the front. Imagine you have to look for it one after the other. It's lost. So everything must be in a place. Just like let's use Jumia for instance now. If you go to Jumia now, you can easily see where to buy. You can easily see where to add to cart. You can easily see this thing faster, because Jumia actually understand that customer experience is the key. So when we visit this website, when we visit Jumia, you don't need to stress. Nobody stress themselves when they visit Jumia. I don't know, but from my experience with them, and also from the analysis I did on their website, I discovered that their website is very, very fast, very, very fast. They have good experience and all that. So we must put it in mind when we are bidding for customer. Straight, beautiful, and clear. Test and optimize your website regularly. Don't just optimize your website once, then forget about it. Test different change and optimize your website over time to improve performance and conversion. When we build the websites, for instance, now, when companies build website this particular year, maybe let's say 2018, and they're using the website from 2018 to 2023 today, there's something wrong. I've worked with a particular company that they change their website every 8 months. Every 8 months, they change design. They change some things, they tweak it, they do all these things, in these things, before we change anything on the website in 8 months, we go to the website analytics, we study the analytics, we study the pages that people frequently visit on the website. If, for instance, now, people spend more time on the home page, you already know that, okay, there's something on this home page that is allowing people to stay on this website. These are things that we talk about from the beginning. Digital marketing allows us to have insights on our customers and improve their experience with us. So if the website is not well optimized, you're using the same website, all the same, no. You have to keep changing. Okay, it seems this one is not working. Let's try this. Oh, how many people come to our sale page? How many people come to this page? Oh, people are not reading about us. Maybe about us page. People are not reading about us. And you want people to know about you. There's will go around it. You make sure that you go and visit the page that people are actually visiting the most. Check what they are doing on that page. Check how that page is. Then do the same thing or look for a strategy around it. So these are the key areas to focus on when optimizing your website. So next one is the tools that can help you to improve your website. I'm sharing few tools. We have Google Speed Insights. Just go to Google and type Google's page, Google page speed insights. Immediately you go to Google page insights. It's a tool that help you identify areas of website that need to be improved for speed. Now, for instance, if you want to know the speed of a website, just type Google page speed insight on Google. Then put your website there. You see everything you need to know about the speed of website. You see the speed on your desktop, on your laptop, on your tablet, on your phone. You see all the speed, and you see the issues. Google will analyze the issue for you and say, if the load time is slow, they'll tell you. If there's too much text, they'll tell you. They'll tell you what is stopping your speed from growing. So Google Analytics is a tool that help us track our traffic, identify areas where we can improve. So these particular tools allow us to track every area of the website, track where people are visiting the website from, the countries, the states, the kind of visitors, like how many minutes they spend on your website. You can even see the real time. If you're using Google Analytics very correctly, immediately someone visits the website, you can see how many people is on your website presently. If you are using the tools, you can see how many people are using your website presently. So Google Search Console helps us to monitor your website performance in search engine. So if you are using, immediately build your website, make sure you connect it with Google Search Console. Google Search Console is a console that assists with tracking of your performance on Google. Now it will tell you places people are visiting your website from Google. It will tell you how to improve your website on Google search. It will tell you a lot of things, pages that are doing well, the places they are visiting from, countries that are using your website. It's very from analytics. Analytics is in-depth about the website. Now, Google Search Console is talking about the search. Maybe when people search for a particular website, what they see, all those things there. So next one is mobile-friendly test. If you finish building your website, or you have a website that you're using presently, just type mobile-friendly Google mobile-friendly test on Google. Then you put your website there to tell you if your website is good for mobile. So these are the tools. These are some of the few tools we can use to optimize our website. So look at tools that can help us. Tools that you can use to build a website for free. You have Wings. If you are looking to build a website for free, you have Wings. Wings is a website structure language that allow you to build a website for free. Like you can just drag and drop. We have Weebly, we have Squarespace, we have Google Sites, and we have WordPress. Now, this Google site here is one of the ones I would recommend for businesses, for small business, because most small businesses cannot afford websites when they're starting. Immediately you register for Google My Business. On that Google My Business, you can actually create a website there, a simple website there that you can use. So that's it. We have WordPress too. A lot of companies around the world, a lot of businesses and companies around the world are using WordPress today because it's a very easy and very friendly. It's actually the number one tools I'm going to recommend for you if you want to build a free website for yourself. So next one is the content creation. Content creation. Content creation is referred to as the process of generating topics that appeal to your audience, creating, rating, visual content around those ideas, making that information accessible to your audience through various platforms like websites, blog, podcasts, social media posts, videos, and more. Content creation is a key part of any marketing strategy. By creating high quality content, businesses can attract new customers, build relationship with existing customers, and boost their awareness. The last one is content is the king. Now, content creation is the king of everything on the internet. Without content, there is no engagement. There is nothing on the internet. Now, let's use Facebook for instance. Now, Facebook, without content on Facebook, Facebook is nothing. Imagine nobody's posting anything on Facebook. We don't have skit makers, we don't have any of these people on this platform. There's no reason for you to visit that platform. That is why content is the king. All platforms around the world, they are always looking for content creators to come to their platforms to create content because it actually help their platforms. So now this also applies to businesses. Without content, a business cannot move forward. You have a website. What is the content? What are you putting inside? What are the things you are writing on about us? What are the things you are writing on home page? What are the pictures you are putting? What are the images you are putting? What are the flyers you are putting? What are the videos you are putting? Those are the contents. Content of what you are going to use to bring customers to understand your business. Benefit of content creation: attract new customers, build relationship with existing customers, and boost brand awareness. With content creation, you can attract new customers. If you go to Lagos State Fund page now, you will see that there's a lot of content there. The flyer they use for this program, for this webinar, it's actually content too. Imagine the content is not well designed. Imagine the content is not passing the right message. That is the benefit of content creation. The content created on this platform brought you to this webinar. Without that content, there is no webinar. With the content, there's webinar. So benefits, these are the benefits of creating content. These are the benefits. A lot of benefits are, we build relationship with our existing customer. You can talk about your product. You can post new products. You can speak about your customer experience. You can do live shows. You can do a lot of things. It boosts a lot of awareness too. So these are the benefits of creating content. Content is very, very important. We have tips for creating effective content. Define your target audience. If you are selling shoes, what are you supposed to be posting about? You're supposed to be posting things that are related to shoes. Type of shoes we have. People should come to your page to know about shoes, not just because you're selling shoes, but because they know that when they come to your page, for instance, now I have a kind of fit, and I don't know the kind of shoe I need. People should always think of your page because your page is a place that they can come to. Apart from buying shoes, they can learn about it. So immediately they want to buy a shoe one day, you are the first person that will come to their mind. That is the power of content creation. Know your audience. If I'm selling luxury, I need to speak luxury. I need to, post luxury so that when people think about luxury, they think about my products. Do research. We need to do a lot of research before we start writing content, before we start creating flyers. If you are starting a brand today, or you are starting a social media or anything that relates to content, you need to do a lot of research and say, okay, maybe you are into beverage. Look at your competitors. Look at how they create their own. Do research on them. Do a lot of research, then with your research, you can know the best thing to do. The next one is write in clear and concise. When you are writing content, it's bound to be clear. Now, when we are writing content, we need to be clear and straight to the point. People have low span attention these days. Everybody has it. If I'm not getting what I want in the first 3 paragraphs, I'm off. If I'm watching a video, just like you say, stop. You see people, it's content creation, say stop. If you scroll past this video, something like this will happen to you, or stop. This video is for you, something like that. You need to be clear in the first 3 seconds or 5 seconds of your video. If you are creating a flyer, you need to be clear, straight to the point. There's no drama, just straight to the point. Use visuals. Apart from writing, you can use visuals, pictures, flyers to communicate with our brands. Profile your work. Before we publish, you need to check for errors. Check for errors and all that before we can start publishing our work. These are the tips for creating effective content on your platforms. We have tools for creating content, writing and blogging. We have Google Docs, web-based processor for collaboration. We have Grammarly. Grammarly is a tool for checking your punctuation, styles, and all that. Graphic design and image editing. We have Canva, Adobe Photoshop. We have Figma, video editing tools. We have Adobe Premiere Pro. We have iMovie. We have CapCut. We have a lot of them that you can use to create content for your brand. The next one is paid ad, pay per click. Paid ad is also known as paid advertising. Refer to any form of advertising for which a business pays to leverage a channel for promoting its services, products, or brand. Paid ads are forms of advertising that you pay for. This includes advertising on search engines, social media, website, and other platforms. Paid ads are a great way to reach large audience and also drive traffic to your website and landing page. Benefit of paid ad. Benefits of paid ad. Reach a large audience. Paid ad allow you to reach a large audience. Let me give you a scope about these platforms. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you have 50,000 followers, or you have 100,000 followers, or let's use Wizkid for instance. Wizkid has 17 million followers. If Wizkid should post a picture, he can reach 20% of his followers. Why? They can't allow him to reach all his followers. 17 million people cannot see all his content at once. Even Cristiano Ronaldo, go to his page. I don't know how many followers he has, but I think it's number 1 on Instagram. Everybody, that particular followers that Cristiano Ronaldo have on Instagram, they can never see all his content at once. Okay, if Facebook or Instagram or this platform allow everybody to see your content, maybe I have 100,000 followers, and if I post 100,000 followers to see my content, then where are they going to make money from? They want you to run paid ad. They know that if they allow you to reach 100,000 followers, okay, I don't need to stress myself. I'll just look for someone that have 100,000 followers, give them my content, post for me, please, and they'll post for you, and that's it. Facebook will not make money, or Instagram or this platform will not make money. So the money that you use to run paid ad, these are the money they use to survive. These are the money they pay content creators. So that is why you can't escape running ads. If you have a platform you're using on social media, if you don't run ads, you are wasting your time. Sorry to say, you must run ads. It's important. They want you to run ads because they know that if you don't run ads, they can't make money. They can't make money. Drive traffic to your website. Pay that can help you to drive traffic to your website. With any social media platform you're on, you can drive traffic to your website. You can drive traffic to your picture, to your flyer, to any platform you want to drive traffic. You can generate leads. People can drop their content for you. They can get their information for you. You can get all this information on with paid ad. Without paid ad, you can't do anything. Let's be sincere with ourselves here. Any content creator you see today, they run hard to get to where they are today. Go and check on Instagram now. Everybody is running hard. Even Davido is running hard. Go to YouTube, you see that. You see that. Then why are you a small business? Why are you not running hard? If Davido can be running hard, if Coca-Cola is running hard, if Pepsi is running hard every day, if all these big brands are running hard, then why are you not running hard as a small business? You need to pay attention to running your ads. Keep your money separately for running ad. It's very, very important because that is how you can function. That is how customers can see you. The moment you have traffic, imagine 50,000 people is seeing your page every day. Are you telling me that 5 of them or 10 of them will not buy from you one day? They will buy from you because the more you have more traffic, the more sales you make. Track results. Pay that allow you to track results. You can track the results of people that are visiting your website. So next one, we have types of paid ad, search ad. The moment you visit Google Ads, you type on Google. You type on Google right now. Maybe you type, let's say, I want to buy this type of clothes, or you want to buy anything. You see sponsor. You see, just take that website. If you see sponsor of that website, someone run hard to be on the first page of the website. If I'm selling glasses, and I know that a lot of people are searching for glasses, I just need to pay Google. Just do a search ad, and I will appear on the first page on Google. We have millions of people every day searching on Google for things. And imagine the moment you visit Google, they see your website first. Are you not going to make sales? You're going to make sales. For example, you're a plumber and you bid for a keyword, plumber near me. Your ad will appear. For instance, if I'm in Ikeja I don't need to run ads to everybody in Lagos. I just need to target just Ikeja alone, and I will see Ikeja. We have display ads. Display ads are ads that appear on websites. For instance, the website, and you see maybe on Punch, you see pictures flying every day. Those ones are display ads, they're from Google. We have social media ads. Social media ads, we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Social media ads can target specific audience based on their demographic, image, and online behavior. For instance, now, if I want to run ad for a shoe brand, I don't need to, start looking for who to run ads to. I just need to look for people that are selling shoes. This platform already knows people that are interested in shoes. And if you go to Facebook now and you're always interested in food, Facebook already know you're interested in food. If I want to run ad for people that maybe I want to sell your food, Facebook will put you among those people that they will reach. Because they know that you like food, that if you like this food, you might want to buy the food. That is how social media works. What interests you is what they sell to people that want to advertise. Video ads. If you're watching videos on YouTube and suddenly you see, most of us don't pay for premium because we don't see the reason why we should pay for premium on YouTube. So immediately we start watching a YouTube ad, and we see a video pop up. Those people are running ads. A lot of us have bought a product or know about the product through YouTube ads. We have skippable ads, we have unscalable ads, we have the stream ad, we have purchase ads, we have a lot of these types of ads, of YouTube ads that you can run for a brand. But YouTube ads are mostly for brands that are well established, that they are trying to reach a lot of audience. So we have shopping, we have video ads, we have shopping ads. These are ads that allow you to run this kind of ad. For instance, if you visit Google now, you see, maybe you visit phone, you want to buy a phone or a particular gadget, and you go to Google, you see the products, you see the price of the product on Google, you'll be seeing it and it's starting like this. Those are shopping ads. Google also allow you to run that kind of ads. So we have programmatic ads. Programmatic ads is a type of online ad that uses software to automate buying and selling of ads space. Now let me give an instance. If I use an Android phone and you see a ad pop up on your iPhone, maybe you drop down your notification panel and you see an ad. Those are programmatic ads. Samsung, iPhone, they all involve in programmatic ads. They sell data for people that want to buy your. So in Nigeria, we have them already. If you want to reach all the itel phones in Nigeria, all the techno phones in Nigeria, you can reach them. There's a platform for it already. I can advertise to all the itel phones. I want to target people that are using itel phone, and I know the ages of people I want to target. I know the interest of people I want to target already. They have them already. So we have fire marketing. These are, buy from me. Okay, if you buy my products, please refer me, stuff like that. Those are refer marketing. We have affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is a type of marketing where you pay commission for that business and you try to promote your services. If you are checking these comedians, you see one is bed, you keep advertising one is bed. Oh, wait, they are doing affiliate marketing right in your high stake. Immediately use their promo code, they get paid. That is affiliate marketing. Immediately use their promo code, they get paid. So let's go to SEO.
Hello, Omotunde, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so you want to wrap up the presentation?
Yeah, just SEO. Then just
all right then. All right. Thank you. So just 5
SEO,
minutes.
yes. SEO means search engine optimization. This is the process of improving the ranking of your website on search engine. Now, when your website appears on Google, there's a mechanism behind it. It's not local. It's not like just do your website and your website just appear. It's not local. There's something like luck. You work hard. You optimize your website. You do a lot of things to appear on Google. It's not a child play. Businesses pay millions of dollars, millions of dollars to appear on Google. So That's it. Benefit of increase website traffic, increase brand awareness, increase lead generation, increase sales. A lot of these things. SEO tools, Google Search Console, Adref, Streaming Flog, Google Analytics, Moz, SMS Rush, Majestic. These are tools that can assist you to do anything you want to do on Google. Most of them are paid, most of them are free. So that's it. So these are the tools that will assist you to do anything you want to do on SEO. SEO is a very, very deep topic that require hours to explain about SEO. But for you to appear, just have this at the back of mind, for you to appear on Google, it is not a child play. A lot of work is needed to be done on the websites. So further on, we have the SEO breakdown. We have the on-page SEO, we have the off-page SEO, and we have the technical SEO. These are the three parts of where SEO fall in. Your SEO solutions can never pass these three parts. Just focus on these three parts, then your SEO is done. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope I have covered the major part of this webinar. Thank you.
Yeah, well done, Omotunde. That was a brilliant presentation, absolutely brilliant. Digital marketing is such a broad topic, but I think you did a very good job of distilling it and simplifying the concepts. For people who aren't digital natives, I think this was a very expository look into the topic. So thank you so much. I mean, this was a really rich presentation. I mean, I was taking notes and I was so impressed, and I learned so much, and I'm very sure attendees did as well. I also love the insights that you shared, something about how 85% of people who use the internet access the internet via their mobile phones, which is such, that shows the amount of opportunities that it has with mobile advertising. So thank you so much for that insight. You also mentioned that the average time spent on Facebook is 13 minutes, which is, I mean, that was new insight, and I'm very sure a lot of people heard about that for the first time. So thank you so much, and I love how you took a deep dive into the benefits of digital marketing tools, from cost efficiency to how it helps to target your audience effectively, to customer engagement, how you can have real-time interactions with your customers, how it gives you a competitive edge, and the importance of conversion rates. So thank you so much. That was really, really brilliant. And I think you also did a very good job of dispelling the common myth that digital marketing is more expensive than traditional marketing. Because I know when people hear digital marketing, they automatically think, oh, lots of money, but you help to dispel that myth that digital marketing is actually more cost effective, and it's more affordable. So for business owners, I think that makes a strong case for why you should implement digital marketing tools in your business. So thank you so much, Omotunde, once again for that presentation. Before we head over to the second section, which is the fireside chat with Maureen, I'd just like to introduce LSETF once again to those who are joining for the first time. So the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund is a social impact agency set up in 2016 to give Lagos residents access to employment and entrepreneurship opportunities. As we all know, Lagos State is a very vibrant state. People come here from different parts of the country to chase their dreams, to seek opportunities. And for us at LSETF, our job is to say, how can we ensure that the millions of residents in Lagos State have access to opportunities that help them to thrive? From the person who wants to start a business, to the person who has a business and is looking to scale, from the recent graduate who's looking to learn a new skill and become more employable, to someone who has a job and needs infrastructure to work in, to the tech enthusiast or the startup founder who needs tech support. The Lagos State Employment Trust Fund has a program for everybody. So we have access to finance programs where we provide loans and grants. We also provide access to market, as I said earlier, where we give our beneficiaries opportunities to showcase their products and services to potential clients and customers at exhibitions and trade fairs. We also have Lagos Innovates, which is the platform that supports the tech ecosystem with incubation, mentorship, and networking opportunities. We have the Lagos State Employability Support Program, which helps people gain relevant skills to help them improve their competencies and become job ready, and also become some successful business owners. So to learn more about the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, please visit www.lsetf.ng, www.lsetf.ng, and you can also follow us across all our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on X, formerly known as Twitter, we are on Instagram, we are on Threads, we're on LinkedIn as well. So right about now, we'll be heading to the second section, which is the fireside chat with Maureen. Wanjiru. Maureen is a customer experience champion and a marketing expert with 6 years experience working with various brands such as Dentsu Agency Network, L'Oreal East Africa, and Java House Group. She is creative and practical in her approach. She has top skills in marketing analysis and routes to market strategy, product innovation, facilitation, leadership, and personal development. At Adjoa INC, Maureen leads a team of brilliant marketing professionals to promote an inspirational customer experience solution for local businesses in Africa to grow and become the bedrock of various economies. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Maureen Wanjiru as she takes the stage. Hello, Maureen, are you there? So, Omotunde, we can still see your screen.
Hello.
Can you see that? Hi, Maureen. It's so good to have you here. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation.
Hello. How are you doing?
Doing very well, thank you.
I hope you can see my phone.
So I can't see you currently. I can see Omotunde's presentation. Omotunde. Okay. So Maureen, I can't see you. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Okay, here I am.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Hello, Maureen. It's so nice to see you. Thank you for joining us today. We are so glad to have you on this session. So I think Omotunde's presentation has pretty much laid the foundation for this conversation. So this section is just to contextualize and give people a broader understanding of digital marketing. So I think a good place to start would be, even though I think Omotunde has already touched on this, but if I just have to buttress his points further, for the benefit of those who are new to digital marketing, how would you define digital marketing in your own terms, and what form of digital marketing tools are available to business owners? Yeah.
So yes, hello everyone. So thank you so much for availing me for this session. And yeah, as I mentioned, digital marketing, I feel like we all understand it, but it's quite good. And yeah, so one, digital marketing is just literally using digital channels to market your products so that you can reach, engage your target audience. And it's a simplified way of how to reach customers just using online platforms such as social media marketing, that is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have content marketing. Content, as Tunde mentioned, it's key. So content marketing is a matter of creating shareable, valuable content aligned with your products and business. And then we have search engine optimization that he also touched on. And we have influencer marketing, working with media personalities, social media personalities to promote your products. And lastly, affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is where you work with people who help you sell your product, so that in exchange of a commission. So you see that mostly with on e-commerce platforms. Amazon is the major channel that uses affiliate marketing. It hasn't really touched base in Africa so far, but it's something that a lot of people who have, of those who use e-commerce as their major channel would really explore. Yeah, so digital marketing in a nutshell.
Yeah, that was really but you mentioned influencer marketing, which I think is so important. The way people hear influencer marketing, you think it has to be a very large organization. For small businesses, how can they navigate influencer marketing and ensure that it's effective?
Yeah, so influencer marketing is also, I remember in 2017 when I started working with a brand that heavily uses influencer marketing, it was quite generic and the rates were then very affordable. You could easily go to an influencer then and you could easily charge them say like 200,000 naira for months, for them to promote for your business for months. That's unheard of right now, especially with major influencers. But that doesn't mean that you just have to use, your key influencers to promote your business. We do have categories of influencers. So that starts off with nano influencers. So nanos are very small influencers who have a following between 50 to, sorry, not 50, sorry, 10,000 to 50,000. Followers. So those are very affordable. You can go actually to them with search rates, as I mentioned, like between 100,000 naira to 50,000 naira. Others even would be willing to post your products if you give them amazing gifts. Yeah. So you can always negotiate with them. Never get scared. When you ask for them their rate card, you will be surprised and you will never use influencers out of experience. Yeah, you will see the rate card. You will see the rate card and you'll be like, this is my whole budget for the year. How can I use this? How can I use them? But if you negotiate terms with them, for example, maybe if you're selling clothes, you can tell them, listen, every time you're doing a photo shoot, I will be the one sponsoring your outfits. That's something every influencer will be willing, because that's an expense on their side. You can help them. Or you can, if you're selling gadgets, you can tell them, listen, I do have amazing ring lights that I can give you, but every time you're posting content, please always tag me on your posts. And you've given them, like maybe top end ring light that no other influencer has. They will be willing to exchange that in place of their expensive rates, or even reduce their rates lower. So if they were charging you, say for example, 1 million naira for 3 posts, and you giving them a ring light, so you can decide to, of course, reduce that price. So there are ways on how to engage with influencers. Not all of them get, not all of them are paid the normal rate cards, unless you're Guinness, Coca-Cola, and these major brands. Those are the only ones who maybe may be interested in not negotiating those terms. But for small businesses, you can always talk them down to an affordable rate. We have micro influencers, 50 to 100,000 followers. So I always advise businesses to work with nano influencers. The goodness is, if you work with 2 or 3 nano influencers who all have 50K or 30K in followers, it will, you will get even more value compared to just working with a major influencer who has 300,000 following. They will just post your post one day or on their stories one day, and that's it. Compared to working with micro influencers, you will get better value for your money. So always work with smaller influencers, but you will extend your money further. So if that's 200,000 naira, you will use it for maybe 3 or 4 posts per person, and they will communicate about your brand even for more than 2 or 3 brands. The interesting thing about nano influencers, one last thing to add on, is their engagement is amazing. So you will always see people interacting with your posts often, compared to major influencers who will interact with your post just once. So that's a good thing. So always work with nano, and you'll always build up as your business is progressing well. If you're affording a major influencer, well and good, you can always approach them. But start off with small influencers. In TikTok especially, use TikTok influencers. They will give you some reach that you will never see before.
Absolutely,
Yes, work with TikTok influencers, 3 or 4 TikTok influencers who you can easily even charge them 80K naira, 80K naira, 80K naira. You will see the reach, you will see traction. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Maureen, for that crash course in influencer marketing. I think that was really, really great. But as an aside to our participants, please know that if you have any questions, kindly use the Q&A box. That is where all the questions should be placed, so we can easily navigate them and answer. So back to you, Maureen. I mean, I think Omotunde highlighted the advantages of digital marketing. Sorry, but if we were to do like a comparative analysis, the advantages of using digital marketing as opposed to traditional marketing techniques, how would you? I mean, what exactly would the benefits be? What exactly are the benefits? Yeah.
Yes. So the benefits, one that also Tunde mentioned, cost effective. It's very cost effective. You'd need to start off even with 1,000 naira, 1,500 naira, and you can start promoting, slowly. So one, it's very effective. If you go for traditional media, for example, right now for a billboard within Mainland Bridge, you will start off from 7 million or 5 million in a day. Yeah, so that's definitely far-fetched. But if you're working with that 5 million, you can even run your campaigns for the whole year, if you well plan yourself. So that's one benefit. It's very cost effective. To targeted audience, you do not need to just make noise for your brand just to everyone and anyone. If you're using, for example, radio, regardless of which radio station, you're not in control of who will hear that your advertisement. But when it comes to digital marketing, if it's search engine optimization or content marketing, social media marketing, you can easily target the specific people who will actually lead to conversion, to sales. So it's well targeted, and at least you're guaranteed you can get more conversions compared to billboards where you cannot even track, which is my that point. Measuring results. It's so hard to measure results with billboard or TV commercials because yes, it will reach over 5 million people, 20 million people. But when it comes to, checking your stock, checking your sales, you cannot be able to track that compared to digital marketing, where you can easily use various pixels, various links to target and analyze the number of people who have seen your ad and how vis-a-vis their sales. You can easily track your return on investments. Yeah. Lastly, it's reach. I've seen a lot of Instagram shops, especially in fashion and beauty right now, who started off selling online, and right now they can sell across. We've seen major fashion brands even in Lagos, where right now, they have markets in UK, in US, especially, approaching the diaspora market, thanks to social media, something that would have been unheard of if they were easily using normal radio stations, TV commercials, maybe at most DSTV is what would be able to reach, global markets if you advertise on DSTV, for example, or CNN. But right now, it's very easy. All you need is just to target your audience while you're creating your ads, and you can reach anyone, anywhere. And yeah, engagement is real time. So as you mentioned, yes, customer experience is also important. And that's one thing that digital marketing allows you to do. You can easily interact with your customers using various channels. So that allows you to also understand your customers easily, understand their trends. Right now, Barbie is trending. So you're like, okay, people have interest in that. How can I relate that with my brand? And, make it relatable to your customers, and they'll feel, oh, yeah, these guys are actually cool. I can buy from them, or yeah, it's exciting. So this is the best season that we have when it comes to engaging, understanding our customers, thanks to social media. So those are the advantages I do have in a nutshell. But I believe the best is on cost for every business. One, if you can be able to reach on cost, if you can be able to target your right audience, if you can be able to measure your results. Results is also key, so that you're not just throwing money anywhere and anyhow. You can actually be able to see, okay, this did not work last time. I need to try this. Maybe this will work out. That's the flexibility of digital marketing that I believe every business should always attempt and try out. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. I love that you mentioned the flexibility, the ability to make iterations to your marketing plans in real time. So, Omotunde mentioned some digital marketing tools earlier, and you also mentioned them for small businesses. What tools should they consider adopting first, especially when you consider that they are in the very early stages of their business? They can't do everything at once. They might not have the budget. They might not have the capacity. So what tools should they prioritize?
Number one, for social media management, I'd really advise you to use Facebook. Facebook is not dead. For those who assume it's dead, it's not dead. It's still the number one social media channel across Africa. And followed by WhatsApp, which is an affiliate, and Instagram. Yeah. So Facebook is number one because the reach is there. The reach is there, regardless if you're targeting only Facebook consumers, if you're targeting Instagram consumers, Facebook is number one. Create a professional page for Facebook. That will allow you to even access a lot of tools. So for example, for content management, you can always be able to schedule your posts on Facebook. So you can just decide one Sunday night, I will schedule all my posts for the week on Facebook Studio. And then from there, I'm just engaging, seeing comments, seeing interactions. That makes life easier for you. Also for Facebook, you can also create paid ads. as Tunde mentioned, if you're not doing paid ads right now, like you will not get any business right now. So yeah, you can also schedule your paid ads over there where you'll get at least, you'll improve your reach and also conversions based on your targeting. Three, also using email marketing platforms. As we mentioned, engagement is right now very rich and key, and you may assume your customers are not always checking their emails, but unfortunately right now, to plug into any online platform, you need your email from your bank, from everything right now, you still need email. So people access emails, it just depends on the frequency. That doesn't mean that you should ignore that channel. So always sending notifications, sending updates of your product catalog, end of month, telling them of any activities and promotions that you have. Always feel free to approach email marketing platforms. And we have the major one is MailChimp, which is free actually. You can use the free package, and then you can always decide to upgrade depending on the needs for your business. Yeah. And then we have analytics. As I mentioned, it's good to analyze how your business is going in. And if you have a website, Tunde, I know he suggested various platforms for creating your own website. One thing about having a website is it builds credibility for your business. That's one thing in TAPI we heavily advise for businesses to having a website, because right now social media page is not enough. We have all been scammed using social media pages. And so right now, customers are doing their due diligence. I think this is one thing the CEO of Google heavily mentioned this year. Customers are very intelligent. They do not just take your word for the Bible. They don't take your words till the end. They always have to do their research through either asking a friend, have you ever heard about this business? Okay, what does it do? Have you ever bought anything from them? Or have you ever interacted with them? How is their customer service? To just checking online to see reviews, because now then they can decide if they'll actually patronize you or not. So having a website is really important so that you can also track the number of people who are reaching your business. And using also analytics, you can also decide to target your business well, because and you never know that people Kenyan clients are actually, or they're interested in your products or services. That may decide, you may actually decide, oh wow, okay, so if I have 40% of my traffic is coming in Kenya, then I might as well open a branch there. Those are some of the data that gives you insights on how you can expand your business or how to improve on your business. So always, I think these tools would be important for every business. Definitely a website, a social media page. I mentioned start off with Facebook and Instagram, and then email marketing platforms, for example, MailChimp, and then analytics tools. For example, Google Analytics is very simple and straightforward, it's affordable, it's cheap. And from there now you can also improve on keyword searching tools. For example, Google Ads already has an inbuilt keyword planner that you can always use to get the right keywords to attach on your website. But yeah, let's start off with at least first having a website. Yeah. So those are the tools I'd recommend.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Maureen. These are really, really great suggestions. And I also love that you talked about that customers are intelligent. So it's very important to, have a website that gives you that credibility, because customers will do their research. They will always do their research. So let's take a quick segue into content creation, right? We all interact with content every day, and whether we like it or not, there's content constantly being pushed in our faces. And a lot of people will argue that the digital marketing space is already oversaturated with content and there is an attention deficit. So as a small business, how do you cut through the noise? How do you create content that converts, that you can place in front of the right people on the right platforms at the right time? How do you approach content creation?
I'll take someone from an influencer I follow, and they mentioned that everything is content in business. There is no one thing that you can hide and say this is not content. And this is content. It starts off with authenticity of yourself. So, or are you free to actually expose everything about your business other than your book balances? You know, no need to shrink that.
Yeah.
Yes. So are you willing to actually share every segment of your business? It also shows, I know there's some businesses we've seen starting from scratch and they've taken us through their journey until you feel like part of that business. So you definitely need one to be as authentic as possible. Authenticity is not only for personal content creators, but also for businesses. You have to show people elements that you may as well, you know, feel uncomfortable sharing. For example, like when you're going to the market in the morning to buy, if I'm a restaurant, for example, and I am going to the market every morning to buy my beef, my ingredients, I can show people like, yeah, take it a day in the life of a business owner, you know, how my day starts. I go and head to the market, try negotiate the prices down. You know, you can even complain, see how the cost of fuel and everything has increases. Now tomatoes are this amount per kilo. You know, people will actually relate with you that way, yeah. And then also the process of making your products, your recipes, your food, this type of content, you'll find yourself even becoming more so like even an influencer as a person compared to just having, you know, just promoting your business. It's a matter of being authentic. I think that really helps to resonate with a lot of people, not just you showing us your end product every day. Showing us your end product every day will not also give you a competitive edge, because how many restaurants are there in Lagos? How many restaurants are there in Abuja? You always have to also look for a niche, and authenticity helps. Frequency of also creating content and consistency is really important. That means that every time you're uploading content or sharing a post, it doesn't have to be a very good post. And you can always use Canva if you really need to make content. Use Canva templates to create simple posts, for example, for promotional and offers that you can always boost around. And thirdly, also, you can use simple, you don't need to even hire someone to be doing this content. You can use, what's it called, CapCut. We have CapCut, we have InShot to edit your videos. Simply just go to YouTube or download them, try them out, and it's very simple to create videos. You will always improve in the long run. So as a victim of perfectionist, I know how at times you can be able to create content, but you still don't feel like it's perfect enough to post. So always just try, as ugly as the lighting may look bad, the video may look quite an edge, but trust me, that's the start. And just post it as it is. And then you will always improve in the long run. But do not deny yourself from posting content just because you're not feeling it's perfect or you need someone to do it for yourself. Imagine all you need is you. Start it off with you, and then learn in the process. At least every week, do like 3 or 4 posts. They could be videos or posts. I'd prefer you even doing videos more, and simple post quotations, maybe inspiration quotations that you've had, or new trends also in your industry that you'd like to highlight. Asking people Q&As on your Insta stories is also easy research that you can be doing for your business. If you do not have all the money to hire a research agency, might as well just ask people, guys, I'm thinking of introducing, village rice or jollof in my menu. What do you guys think? And then, that's a simple research you're getting from people. And it's actually from your personal pages that you can also redirect now your followers to your business pages. So you can always, it's not bad relating your brand with your business brand. So it's okay to actually, just drive customer traffic to your personal page so that now, people can start following your business pages as well. And then also understanding your target audience. It's hard understanding your target audience when you're starting a business. I definitely understand that from an SME point of view, because you're also trying it out. You had a friend telling you that right now fashion is the thing, like start off with fashion, and you are not sure, so you just decided to start off the fashion business for yourself. So how do you know that you're the right target audience for yourself? But if your garments are definitely, or the stock that you bought is actually more so for young people, your Gen Zs, for example, then definitely your channels, the channels that you select, TikTok must be there for sure, because that's where they are at most of the times, and Instagram, of course. Facebook, not really. So you can decide to just leave Facebook out of it. If you're a B2B business where you're selling, for example, softwares, definitely LinkedIn is number one. You have to be on LinkedIn, writing blogs, articles, email marketing is very important for you. So always checking on your target audience so that you can select the right channels is really important. Those two scenarios are very different, and you can see also the channels I've suggested are also different based on the target audience you're working with. So that's the last part of content creation. But as I mentioned, authenticity, never consistency, target audience, and choosing the right platforms. That's really, really important. And this is just an extra point, but tailoring your content for each platform. It's hard beginning, but for example, the content you're posting on TikTok can be different from that you're doing on Instagram, or you can also, because the trends last for a week, at times even a month. It's very seasonal in terms of how the trends, hike, and then all of a sudden it's no longer a trend. It's ages ago in TikTok. So those are some of the things you always have to be checking. It can be just the same video that you're posting on Instagram, but maybe the song that is trending on TikTok is different from what is trending on Instagram. You might as well use that. So some of the things you can maybe channels. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Maureen, for that robust and rich answer to the question. I love that you touched on the importance of authenticity and consistency, choosing the right platforms, tailoring your content according to the platforms. And something you said that really stood out to me was, you don't have to wait until it's perfect, until you deploy it. You can deploy it as it is, and obviously over time you will get better. So thank you so much for those points, Maureen. So let's talk about data, because I know data is very crucial for making informed decisions. It's the foundation upon which any digital marketing campaign is built on. So how can you use data in your digital marketing campaigns? How do you access this data and interpret it and use it to strengthen your digital marketing?
I'd like to know, are you guys hearing me clearly? Please let me know
Yes.
if you can hear me clearly. Okay, great.
Yes.
Yeah. So data really helps in decision making, as I mentioned earlier, even just determining which locations you should open, the kind of audience you should be targeting, even restocking your products. It's really important just based on targeting. So the data advice for digital marketing and how you can use that more effectively. I mentioned about website analytics, that's Google Analytics as, more specifically, to just help you, especially if you're running your e-commerce and also your website is very active, then it will really help you in understanding user behavior as well as your conversion rates. So your user behavior, this is based on how long are they taking to stay in your website, which tabs are being clicked on often compared to others. It will even help you to optimize your website better and also improve on it. So if you're seeing maybe the tab on, for example, okay, you have your homepage. If you're seeing people are just staying on your homepage and they're not going to, for example, your shop website, you can always decide, okay, maybe I can tease my shop website on my homepage so that people can be clicking on it. Yeah, something like that. You can also decide to see, okay, maybe where there's an issue with chance. So with churn rate, that is people who are falling out of your website. And that could be maybe because there's a network issue on your website, or there's a server error that you need to work on. Maybe someone wants to buy something, but when they're trying to make payments, the payment is not going through. These insights and analytics, you'll understand them more actually when you're going through your Google Analytics compared to just waiting for a customer to call you every time. The goodness about Google Analytics, you can also be able to put alerts in the event where you want to get those error notifications earlier before even the user notes them and tries to contact you guys. So if my payment page is not working or my payment gateway has an issue, I can easily get that alert on my side and then contact, say, for example, if it's Flutterwave or whoever who's running my payment gateway, I can actually now try and resolve that urgently. So that's one thing, that so that you know that's a lost sale. If someone can't be able to make payments, for example, that's a lost sale that you're just losing there. So how will you recover from that? Yeah. Two, it also allows you to see how many, the usage are people, the user behavior, still on user behavior. You can be able to determine which pages have more activity back to e-commerce. If you're seeing, maybe if you have categorized your products, say, based on men and women, and you're seeing more women are actually like using my website more compared to men, I can decide, okay, then I clearly need to target my men category. So you can put ads maybe based on your men's clothing more compared to women, but you're seeing at least you're having organic traction on the women's page. But men, we all know men buy one outfit a year, so you definitely maybe need to promote often so that men can continue buying the products. Yeah. So those are some of the things at least it will advise you. And now you can decide to go back to your Facebook page and run more ads on your men's clothing, your men's shoes, your men's outfits, so that now you can see if the traction will improve. We have analyzing social media insights. So social media insights really help you also to see what you need to do best. If you see, for example, starting off with a new page is hard. In this entire, it's really hard to like start getting following. It's not as organic as Threads was. I think that's why we're all excited about Threads. You're like, immediately you download the app, you already have 70 followers. You're like, wow. That really happens on Instagram. Because on Instagram, you definitely have to do a lot of promotions, paid ads, for example. You have to do a lot of PPCs. You have to do a lot of content creation so that you can start growing more followers. But now when you see the type of following you have, also that matters in terms of the content that you're pushing. Because if you see maybe, okay, one thing about at least Instagram right now, it always tells you like which post is performing better than the other one. If you have a business page for Instagram, if you have converted it into a professional page, you'll always see those insights. For example, you will see, this post has done better compared to most of your posts. Boost it to get more traction. That's a notification at times Instagram shares. So you can, okay, see, yeah, I need to promote this post because organically it's giving me a lot of reach. So I might as well improve, boost it to get even more following. You can also decide to use influencer marketing if you see maybe your following is clearly on a standstill. If I have like 200 followers and it's taking forever for me to improve on my following, I might decide, okay, let me go back to my influencers and see if I approach this and this influencer, how much will it be? And trying to say the kind of following that you should expect. So an influencer can honestly really drive following, but also it's how you're advising them post content. That's how it can actually convert into following, because again, people are quite reluctant into following a page anyhowly. So they may just like a post and not follow your business page. That's another interesting thing. So yeah, so you will get engagement, but it may not convert to following, for example. So these social media insights will really help you in understanding, okay, which campaign will work best for me, what cannot work for me, what type of content can I always be improving on. And then we have email campaign metrics help you to see the kind of people who are opening your emails. MailChimp does that very well. It shows you the number of people who have opened your email and who have actually clicked on the link that you gave them. So maybe if you are promoting a certain feature on your platform and you told them, like, click here to update your software, and you see, okay, you sent it to 5,000 people, 400 people opened, but 3 clicked on the link, you'll be like, okay, oh, wow, I need to do something here. If 3 people have opened the link, that means that I may even be having chance on my software. So I clearly need to maybe contact them directly, visit them physically, maybe on their stores if I can, so that I can educate them more, or maybe do a webinar such as this to explain to them why they need to update their software. Maybe they did not understand why they need to update their software, things like that. And then you have, I always advise on A/B testing. So A/B testing, it means just trying to do different things at the same time so that you can see what results you'd be getting. A good example is on Facebook. I can decide to boost one post that I may like, but maybe it's not getting as much traction. And then I decide to also boost another one on Facebook and see which one is giving me more conversions. That's a way to also see which channel works best for you. Because surprisingly, for some businesses, Facebook is their ride or die. They will always believe on Facebook because that's where they get conversions. Whereas other people believe Instagram is my place. I will get conversions on Instagram. Facebook is just an announcement platform for me. So doing A/B testing, that is posting maybe on Facebook, you post it, post another one on Instagram, see which one is working best. That will allow you to also now affirm and say, yeah, Instagram is my challenge. No one can tell me otherwise because I tested both and this worked for me, So that also helps you to save money in the long run, where you do not need to always be doing Facebook ads every time. And you just decide, okay, all my money, I'll be throwing it on Instagram. Same to LinkedIn. Some people, LinkedIn is an expensive platform. So not every time you can always just be posting on LinkedIn. But if you see LinkedIn is working for you, you might as well then push all your money on LinkedIn and not run influencer marketing, for example, and just push it on LinkedIn, because clearly LinkedIn gives you conversions. So you can, or sales. So you can always decide, yeah, LinkedIn is my channel and no one can tell me otherwise. So that's the goodness about data. It really helps you to save you money. One, helps you know who to target every time. And then also it helps you analyze which channels works best for you and which ones do not. Yeah, so that's the best thing about digital marketing. Imagine way back, brands used to work with TV and radio. You're spending millions, literally. You tell which decision works best for you and which one doesn't until you see a sale. Yeah, those are tough times. Right now, we are clearly, for businesses, we clearly have an edge. We clearly have an edge in terms of saving money as soon as possible. In a week's time, you can tell, I'll stop using LinkedIn, it's too expensive and I've not gotten any yield. Let me stop. Let me push this money here and see how it will work. But way back, they had to wait for months, because before even you start running a radio ad, the contract is always limited to at least a month or something, and you're kept on a waiting line, because there are many brands there. And if you want to do a breakfast show, it's another budget, which is really expensive. So you have to stay online, wait. Okay, you're there on hold waiting for your sales to start running. But no, you have a month to see even how that radio ad is performing. But right now, at least things are way faster, can escalate really quickly and get those insights on point.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Maureen, for that answer. I mean, I think you've also made a strong case for the importance of data in digital marketing. So to all the business owners that are watching, make sure you prioritize data in all your digital marketing campaigns. It will help you drive decisions that will eventually lead to growth and success. So let's move on to metrics, right? I mean, it's important to measure the success of your campaigns in real time, and luckily that's something digital marketing helps you do. But what metrics should you prioritize? What are the metrics that you should look out for in your digital marketing campaigns?
Yeah. So I'll start off with what we call PPC, paid performance metrics. That includes your click-through rate from your Facebook ads. So when you're running a Facebook ad, you've selected your goal. Say, for example, you want to just drive awareness for your products, yeah? So the kind of metric you will use in that instance will be cost per reach. So the number of people who are reaching your ad. And that is calculated per 1,000 people who have seen your ad. So we call it cost per 1,000 impressions or cost per reach. So the goodness about these metrics is they allow you to know how much you can budget, how much I am to spend for this ad. So if I have a budget, for example, for say 50,000 naira, yeah? For 50,000 naira, I have that budget. I want to make people know about my new brand. I've created my own skincare products and I want to sell as much as possible. So with that 50,000 naira, how many people will see my ad? I can easily divide 50,000 divide by, if it's in USD, 0.02. That's an average of most cost per reach. This is you can easily Google it actually. If you just search what's the cost per reach, the average cost per reach in Nigeria, that will allow me to even know my expected amount of people who will see my ad. So you'll do that division and you can see, okay, with 50,000 naira, I may actually reach possibly 800,000 people. Yeah, 800,000 people, that's a huge audience that will now start knowing about, for example, X skincare. And X skincare now, from that 800,000, you can now see, okay, next time I want to actually convert them. So what can I do to convert them? And you can decide, okay, I'll do maybe an influence campaign, or I will do an email marketing campaign so that I can get my orders from them. Such things. So that metric, paid PPC, paid performance how's it called, metrics, you can be able to at least now be able to see and to calculate like the number of people who you'd expect and also the cost in general. Click-through rate, for example, CTR, click-through rate allows you to know the number of people who are clicking on your ad or the number of people who are clicking on your call to action and are interested. So maybe, for example, you created an ad and you always see those things, learn more in blue, either learn more or shop now or send message. So the number of people who are clicking on that send message, you can be able to know how many are they. And from that click-through rate now, you can see the number of people who actually DM. So if I set an ad and my click-through rate, for example, or the number of people who clicked that icon I mentioned, I'll say, for example, 50 of them, but only five actually texted me. So you'll know, okay, yeah, clearly my conversion rate is 10% from my click-through rate. So what can I be able to do so that now people can be texting me? Maybe I'm using the wrong platform. I'm using the wrong platform, or maybe they're finding it hard to send a DM. Maybe I need to put my WhatsApp number there, something of the sort, or my phone number. Maybe they want to call me and inquire. So those are some of the things you can decide to improve on. We also have still the same SEO metrics. So SEO metrics or search engine optimization metrics include keyword ranking as well as backlinks, and bounce rates. So keywords, you can, from once you've created a website and you want to do SEO marketing helps you in terms of getting organically getting people to your website just based on what they're searching. Yeah. So if I want to do my nails, I'm in Lagos, and I'll just search maybe nail technician in Lagos. So the number of people, if you had a website and you're a nail technician, probably you'll be on top of the searches. So what makes you to be on top of the searches? That includes now the keywords you're using, because maybe you did not if you put one of your keywords as nail tech in Lagos, then your website will pop up. So for you to understand which type of keywords are performing better compared to others, then you'll actually require now to use those metrics, where on Google Analytics, it will give you the number of people who have searched a certain keyword that you had kept on your website. So that allows you to know, okay, which keywords are strong, which keywords are weak. So that even if I decide to do Google ads, I'll know the ones I'll have to use for my Google ads so that I can promote my website even further. We also have bounce rates. So bounce rates are the people who maybe try and click on your website, but they don't do anything, they leave immediately. You can also be able to track on that. So what made them not check on my website? Is my website not appealing enough? Do I need to revamp my website? Is it about my network? Also, those server errors, again, you can be able to know based now also on the bounce rate, especially based on each page. So on each page, you can know, okay, yeah, this had the highest bounce rate because the user experience was wrong. The user experience was really bad and I need to work on it. Yeah, you can say, okay, next quarter, I'll have budgets to revamp my website because clearly my bounce rate is really high. And that will at least advise you to see how you can improve it on your website. Yeah, so those are some of the metrics. Definitely recommend. Your paid performance metrics, as I mentioned, are based on your goals. So if you're looking for awareness, definitely like cost per 1,000 impressions is important. If you want people to chat and engage with your business, then cost per engagement is one thing you'd always be looking at. The higher it is for any metric, the higher expensive is your ad, and you'd need to work on also your content, because that's what it means. If the cost of your ad is really high, something is wrong with your content. Your video is maybe blurry, or your video is too long, people are not watching the whole video, or your image has a lot of words. So the poster you hand out to people is not every time the one that is required to post on your page, because that now will increase the costs of your ads, and you'll find yourself, you're spending a lot on an ad and you're wondering, why are these ads expensive? Maureen told me ads are cheap. Why are they expensive again? So it could be because of such reasons why your ad is not performing well, and you will know that based on the cost of your ad. You'll always want to achieve a lower cost, so that now you have more results. The higher the cost, the lower the results. The lower the cost, the higher the results. So that's how it goes. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Maureen, for that very, very comprehensive answer to the question. And I think the beauty of digital marketing, which you highlighted, is just how it helps you get real-time insights. You can see, in real time what is working and what is not, and obviously make amendments when necessary. So thank you so much for that answer. To all our participants, please note that we'll be taking the Q&A section after this. So please put your questions in the Q&A box so that our facilitators can answer them. As you can see, they are two very brilliant and experienced professional powerhouses. So they're here to answer all the questions that you have and give you action points that will help you grow your business in the digital landscape. So you mentioned earlier about budgeting, which brings me to my next question. As a small business, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of them tend to have limited resources. So how do you allocate the right funds to digital marketing and ensuring that it doesn't significantly tamper with your business, the funding you have available for your business? Yes.
Yeah. So how you'd be able to allocate funds, it starts with setting your goals. So what are your goals when you're running a business? I know sales is always number one. Getting more sales, that is always there. Yes. But you may also maybe want to communicate, maybe drive awareness on your new location. Maybe you are all running online, and then now you luckily were able to access a location that you'd want now to also drive traffic on that location. So that could be your goal. You want to drive traffic on that location, or you have a new website, thanks to today's advice, and you're like, okay, now I need a website, and you want to drive traffic to that website. So based on the goal that you'll select, it will allow you, as I mentioned, to check on which channel you'd use, and also the metrics that you'll be tracking with. So that's number one. Number two is also the channel that you will select. So based on your goal, if you want to drive more awareness, as I mentioned, awareness, definitely Facebook has it all, with over 3-point-something billion followers globally. And then you have your it's over 50% of Nigeria's population. That's almost like 50 million people in Facebook. Yeah. So if you want to see which channel that will drive your target audience, then you can also decide to say, okay, I'm not sure if Facebook will work for me. If you're in fashion and beauty, the advise you even to start off with TikTok, yeah? And you can decide, okay, yeah, I'll start off with TikTok. So I'll try out maybe with TikTok right now, we do not have TikTok paid advertising. Unfortunately, it's not yet in Africa, but they will set up soon. I believe by next year we'll have TikTok advertising, but right now you can do influencer marketing on TikTok. So you can decide, okay, how many influencers can I work with and how much will it be? So based on your target audience, you can decide to use that route. Yeah. And then the main important one is start small as you scale. So always start with a modest budget because, as I mentioned, Facebook is very flexible and experimental. I cannot advise you right now, like, yeah, this has worked for many businesses and this is what will also work for your business. It may flop seriously. It may really flop because every business is very different based on the target audience, also the nature of the products. And so you definitely have to experiment a lot. So start with a modest budget. As much as you have maybe all the funds with you, start off with 20,000 naira, test out the ad, see how it's performing, and then you can always scale upwards. Yeah. So always start with a small budget for every channel, and then you can always be improving as you go ahead. But yeah, don't throw all the money and you do not know like what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So always try it out. Start small as you scale. Yeah. So those are the 3 things. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really like that you advise the business owners to start small because that's very important. A lot of times business owners tend to compare themselves to larger organizations that probably have a larger digital marketing budget, but it's good to start small and scale. And I also love that you touched on the importance of setting goals. It just goes to show that when you set goals as a business, it really translates to all your activities, including digital marketing. It helps you, when you have your goals, you're able to determine the metrics to set against them and so much more. So thank you so much, Maureen, for that. So, as we all know, one of the peculiarities of digital marketing platforms is that they're constantly changing, they're constantly evolving, upgrades are constantly being made to them. I mean, Instagram of today is not what it was last year, it's not what it was 2 years ago. So how do you ensure that your digital marketing campaigns, you're evolving with these digital marketing platforms? How do you ensure that you're plugged in to know how the digital marketing platforms are evolving and ensure that your digital marketing strategies do not become obsolete? I hope the question is a bit clearer.
Yeah. I think it starts off with attending such sessions. LSETF clearly ahead of its game with providing businesses with such platforms where they're learning something new every time. So you are literally on track. If you're here, you're literally on track in terms of learning these new trends. And so staying informed is really important. It's very, very diverse. I mean, yesterday, TikTok just updated their logo. And if you are going to download TikTok, Twitter, Twitter updated their logo yesterday.
Yes.
So if you're going right now to download Twitter and you're not seeing it on your Play Store, you're on your App Store, you're like, okay, did Twitter die? Where was I when it was dying? No, just changed their logo, but you're not informed. You'd lose out on it. So there's some things like that. So always staying informed. I advise you joining certain business WhatsApp groups. They really help in terms of, like notifying and updating. I believe LSETF also has the same. Myself, I'm also in one. You just get interesting trends and links to, technical news. And then 2, you have newsletters. For example, you have Adweek. Adweek, AD, and then week, your normal week, WEEK. They are very, very, very informant in terms of like the new trends that are happening across. Follow Instagram actually on Instagram. Their CEO always shares updates. Their CEO always shares updates on Instagram that would definitely be insightful. Also, following your favorite digital or tech influencer would really help in at least you knowing new things. I think WhatsApp yesterday also had an update, but luckily they have actually shared it on your WhatsApp status. that really happened. You used to have to figure it out for yourself. So also checking out on your newsletters, maybe for certain platforms, would really help you in knowing like what to follow. I mean, what's new and what's not new. Maybe they've updated their privacy policies, data privacy policies that you would affect your business and you do not know. That would also be important to know. For example, Google Ads, was it earlier this year? Yeah. Yeah. No, last year, they mentioned, for example, ads for healthcare and medical services. You cannot right now run ads for healthcare and medical services on Google Ads. Now imagine if that was your only channel that you were heavily relying on, and then you try and create an ad and they decide to suspend your accounts. What will you do? And it was maybe a mere lack of information that you're not able to know about such updates. Or if you're an agency and then, a client approaches you and they're in that field and it's hard for you to explain to them. Maybe you told them Google Ads would work for them. But again, later on you decide, I actually misled the clients. I just have to maybe work with Facebook, Google, or LinkedIn. So it's very important for you to stay informed in this plan. Now, also diversifying your marketing channels. I think when Thread came in, we saw a lot of new market adapters and the late adopters, because immediately the next day when we woke up, I believe, for most Africans it was the next day. That's when we saw it. But in US, it was at night when Zuckerberg announced about Threads. So by the next morning, you were saying already, okay, they already have 3 million followers. Wow. 3 million subscribers. So, the late bloomers, especially in the business industry, you could note that, they came in a week after or 2 weeks after. But, then you have not had the chance to explore, maybe even driving organic awareness just because of being late in the platform. Because right now, Threads engagement has really gone down. But you are there the first 3 days, you would easily promote your really well. Yes. So diversifying these market channels is really important. Never feel like TikTok is not for you. Actually, you may be surprised even for B2B businesses. I mean, you actually have content that will be suited for TikTok, but it's up to you to try and see what will work for you, what will not work for you. Be as experimental as possible when it comes to digital marketing. Yeah, that would really help you. And also focusing on user experience is really important. The way you set up your page on Facebook, on Instagram, it's really important in terms of at least the info, your basic information is available. If I want to buy a product somewhere and I see they have not even set their location on their bio, things like those, your timings for your opening hours, for example, how can I contact you if I want to call you? I don't want to DM you. You have traditional clients who would prefer to call you so that they see if you're genuine. That's really important. Also, creating quality content really is really important. If you're selling especially fashion and beauty and your images are blurry, that's a red flag for most businesses. So you definitely have to ensure that your user experience is really seamless. If I have DM'd you today and then you respond after a week, I moved on. I got your competitor and I bought a product from them. Yes. So you always have to ensure also in terms of engagement with your comments, with your DMs. You have someone who's standing in for that, or you can easily manage them on yourself. Just put in a notification. If you can pick your calls, you can also send a DM. And you can also respond to a DM because it's just the same device, it's the same phone. So you can always just update your notifications and then you can be seeing any DM that is coming in. You can easily follow up on that because social media is very impulsive also, as well as the clients can be very learned, or rather they're bright. They can research on it. So the quicker you respond to a client, you can convert them quicker, compared to taking too long responding to them and they moved on with the next product. So those are some of the things. So one, staying informed. We mentioned WhatsApp, we mentioned such webinars from LSETF. We mentioned newsletters, for example. You have your Adweek, you have your news social, and then you have following tech influencers or other marketers on your social platforms. Diversifying your channels and exploring, trying out new channels to see what would work, what wouldn't work for you. Don't say just Instagram is your own and that's it. You can always try out new channels. And then focusing on your user experience, at least having all your business information in one place. And then also ensuring your content is clear and well informed. Put your captions brief. Don't confuse your customers. Don't lie to them that this is available, yet it was sold out days ago. So you can always be updating that so that they don't get frustrated. Yeah.
Great points, Maureen. Thank you so much for that brilliant answer to the question. So moving on to engagements, you touched on engagements earlier. How do you effectively engage with your customers to build a robust community? Because obviously you don't want to just see your followers as mere numbers. You want to treat them as a community that informs the way you interact with them. So how do you approach engagements as a small business?
Yeah, I think I mentioned it previously, responding to your customers' messages is really, really important. That's where it starts. That's where you create actually a community by the responses you're getting. So either on your comments or on your DMs, respond as prompt as possible and be very, you could even just learn, how to respond best. The goodness also about the social media platforms also have an auto reply feature where you can always draft something maybe at the beginning, and then they can always so it will always make it easier for you to respond to customers. If someone maybe is asking for your payment details, you can always put it as an auto reply where you can select it and send it to them immediately. Or if they're asking like, what products do you have in stock? You can always tell them like, okay, click on this link to see my shop or my website to see the stock that are available, such things. And then encouraging user-generated content is really important so that you can also, people can see that, their product, the business is genuine because they have actually customers. So how do you do that? You can always, maybe when someone purchases something from you, you can always just ask them, can I take a video of maybe how the dress looks on you? And then is it okay if I post it on social media? If they give you that consent, then you can always decide to post that. Also comments, the WhatsApp or DMs, Instagram engagements you have with your customers. You can always, someone will always tell you like, oh, thank you, your services were fast. I really appreciated how you interacted with me. That's user-generated content. You can decide to just take a screenshot of that, post it on your social media, and people will actually see, oh yeah, their customer service is really good. I might as well interact with them. If someone actually shares a video, saying of how see how my kids were happy, this cake was, what I expected versus what I got was aligned. You can decide to post that to them, and people will be excited and saying, okay, yeah, these guys know their craft. Their bakery is amazing. So such content actually really helps you also in conversions, because as I mentioned, customers nowadays are very, very learned and they really scrutinize your business. But this will now soften me and say, okay, yeah, I can actually order a cake from them. Clearly, their services are good and they do a good job. So I might as well patronize. Yeah, so that would really help in that. Also, doing giveaways and freebies will really help you, and also getting user-generated content. You can decide to maybe tell people like, yeah, back to my case of a bakery. Yeah, guys, I have this banana cake, and for any person who will buy this, buy like 5 loaves of bread, they'll get a free banana bread. Or I can tell people like, yeah, I have a cake available. If it's your birthday, DM me, the first person to DM me, I will deliver this birthday cake to them. Such things will also now, you'll see a lot of excitement and people like actually liking and sharing their content with you. So those are some of the giveaways you can simply do. You don't need an influencer. You can just do it on your page and maybe use the right hashtags to drive organic engagement, but just for your existing followers, you can decide to run such activities. You also have Q&A sessions, as I mentioned, are simple research sessions. You can really learn a lot, or you can decide to do a live stream of your new location, and you can just take them through like, how do you arrive to my location? So you take this bus from here to here. Once you arrive at the stage, and you can just take a phone and show them that whole, journey to arrive at your store. That is an easy way to even just promote your location, and also, simple content. I did not need much effort, just you and your phone from a stage, and you show people like how they arrive from your store. So that's an easy way of getting content, and also how to engage with your customers. Yeah. So I think I have those 4. I'm trying to think of another one. Yeah. So those are the major ones that I use.
Yes, those are really great points. I hope the business owners in the on this session took notes, because I thought those were really, really brilliant suggestions on how to engage with your customers. Really, really great insights. Thank you so much, Maureen. You mentioned something about responding to comments and messages, and I would like to know: is there a form of etiquette business owners can apply? Because a lot of times you see screenshots on social media of people complaining, or I sent a message to this business and they sent me a very rude and nasty response. But just briefly, can you just touch on how to respond to comments and messages there?
Okay, great. The first etiquette of responding to customers is promptness. So definitely respond to your customers on time. That's number 1 etiquette. So responding to your customers promptly. And then 2, as you mentioned, always start with a greeting. Even though the customer was like, is this shirt, in size 10? Do you have this shirt in size 10? They did not say hi to you. It's okay. You can just say hi. The goodness, something like Instagram, you can even see the handle of the merchant. So you can always add them. Like, maybe, hi, Ololade. Thank you for reaching out to us. Start with greetings, or good morning, Ma. Thank you for reaching out to us. We unfortunately do not have this shirt available, but we will inform you when we restock. You can easily say that. It's not a must. You always say yes, yes, yes. And then once they respond, also give them ample time, because again, not everyone is online every second. So once they respond, that's when you can always follow up. But definitely maintain a cool etiquette with them. Customers can be interesting. I know that. I understand that. Where they can also start ranting, like, I placed this order right now and it hasn't arrived. Like, what's going on? Where is the rider? So it's also just good for you to follow up with your customer every time, not them looking for you. You look for them. That's number 1. So if you have a delivery for a client, and maybe our riders are very interesting. So they may decide to actually have some lunch, yet they have one parcel for you. And, you're trying to contact them. They're not reaching out. Maybe their phone is off. You're trying to reach them out. So it's best for you to actually contact them, the customer herself or himself, and tell them, listen, Ma, I'm really sorry. Your delivery has taken longer than expected. I do have an issue with my radar, but I'm really trying to resolve that. So please bear with me. I will contact you once I get hold of them. That's okay. You have informed them that you're handling the situation, and they will feel more safe. If it is something that was urgent, you can always decide to, to say, okay, madam, I'm really sorry. I'm even trying myself, like, show them that you're concerned about the certain situation or the certain hiccup that you're having. The certain hiccup that you're experiencing, so that they can feel like you're on top of the game. I'm trying to delete this call. Sorry.
Okay. Our participants, please do not forget to send your questions in the Q&A box so we can answer them during the Q&A session.
Yes, sorry. Yes, so there's that. So, yes, so you can always respond to as I mentioned, respond to your customers promptly, maintain a cool, and also, start with a greeting after you've interacted with them. Start with a greeting. Engage with them promptly. Also, once they're responding, always respond to them, and maintain your cool, and also be ahead of be ahead of your clients. So always be the one informing them and not them informing you otherwise. I know we all hate that moment when it's a delivery and you're the one who is following up on things instead of the business, and yet you patronize them. You know, you already you already made payments, but no one is contacted after you made. You feel even you're scammed, you know, and you'll of course get negative reviews. So to avoid that incident of someone, you know, disenfranchising your business, can decide to actually like be ahead of it, apologize to them. You can give them a complimentary item if you know the fault was on your side. So you can always say, okay, ma, I'm really sorry about this. I'm sorry your delivery took long. At times even it can take 48 hours. We know our riders, yeah. It can take 48 hours, but you can always apologize to them, ma, for your next purchase. I will give you a discount on delivery. Your delivery won't be, if it was maybe 5,000 naira, you'll tell them your discount will be, we'll have your delivery cost. And so next time you won't pay this much. Or you can even decide to give them a cashback, maybe for their delivery. After that delayed response, you can tell them, okay, ma, I'm really sorry, delivery will be on me. You won't pay any delivery. Yeah, we really apologize for that. And you will see, they will be so happy. Actually, when you tell me delivery is free after you've delayed me, I'm good. I will relax afterwards, you know. So those are some of the things you can do to actually maintain your clients. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Maureen. I mean, we're short on time. I'd have loved to go on, but we're short on time at the moment. But thank you so much. Those were really, really brilliant answers, very insightful, very practical, very actionable. So thank you so much. Right about now, we'll be going into the Q&A session. I'm very excited because we have quite a number of questions. And Omotunde isn't here. I'd have loved for Omotunde to be here. Maybe he's having network issues, but we'll just start off with the questions that we have. Okay, so a question from an anonymous attendee is, when it comes to content creation, is it possible to build a no-face brand, like create a brand without showing the face?
Yeah, you can do that. The problem is you have to ensure that it's relatable in one way or another. So if you're creating a product with a no-face brand, that is, you do not have maybe the business owner promoting the brand, you can always now decide to see how best you can promote the business. You can decide you can always just be behind back of the camera, or you can decide to create a persona that is not necessarily you, who is promoting the business. But just look for ways in how you can drive authenticity, because that's still like, people need to see a certain persona relating to them. So even though it's not you per se, you can decide to create a certain persona, or do audios. Audios are simple, yeah. You can decide to do audios, just talking about your business, even though you do not, you're scared or you're camera shy. You don't want to talk to people about your business. You can always use that route. Avatars are in, so you can also create an avatar. Very simple. On Facebook and Instagram, you can create an avatar that would, relate to your brand. So, the same way we have KFC, that old guy who represents the brand, you can decide to create something like that represents your brand and decide to use them as the persona, but it has to be something that is relatable at the end of the day. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Maureen. Thank you for that great answer. So, a little bit of technical issues. So, next question. How do I search for influencers? Take, for example, Facebook and Instagram that will have meaningful impact on IT services. So this person owns an IT company and he wants to know how to search for influencers.
Okay. So it's quite hard. I definitely understand in terms of searching for these influencers organically. You can always ask, again, your clients, like, who they look up to when it comes to tech advice. You can also ask this on Twitter, for example, or also Quora. You can always ask, like, who people look forward to, so that you can now use that information to see which influencers you will get. There are also other platforms like Wowzy. You can see Wowzy can give you a list of influencers. I know we also have some PR agencies who can give you like a list of influencers who would be ideal for your business, but that comes in at a cost. So you could work with the organic way of asking people or asking your friends, like when it comes to IT, like who do you look up to? And then now you will have to now run the research on your site to see, okay, how many followers do they have? You can try and DM them afterwards, email them or DM them and ask them, I'm interested in working with you for this, and this, like what rates would you charge me for such? But it would be best for you to run that, ask questions to if your friends, family, or your social media pages and see like who people would recommend to you. Even in WhatsApp groups are easy. You can ask even your church group, like, when it comes to IT, what do you guys look up to when it comes to influencer marketing? And then you'd see if they'd recommend maybe the likes of Fisayo and the likes. And then, when they give you that list, you can always now see who you'd work with. So that's an easier way to go about it, because I know the agency route can be costly, but you can also use that. The goodness is they'll do for you all this research. They have list of influencers available, both nano and micro influencers. You'll always get them that way. Yeah. So if the organic way is not pleasant for you, you can decide to use the agency route and ask a PR person or someone to give you a list of influencers. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So it's very important to leverage your network as well when looking for influencers for your campaigns. Mostly, it's good to have you back. We lost you for a while, but we'd like to hear your voice. Are you there? So you can take the next question.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, hi, Omotunde. Thank you so much for staying on. So someone is asking a question about cards, navigating using cards for your digital campaigns, because this person has a complaint that a lot of digital cards do not work in Nigeria. So what cards can you explore, or how do you explore that challenge of digital cards for digital campaigns?
Okay, I use Providus Bank. So Providus Bank has $2,000 to $3,000 on their card. They just register a Providus Bank, just focus for their card. The card is a bit expensive, more than the average card, but that's it. Then you can get to use dollar rate on it and naira rate on it. But the thing is that if you are registering for these platforms, you need to always register for the prepaid accounts. The prepaid account is very important, especially for Facebook and Instagram. If you do postpaid account, you're going to be having a lot of issues if you are not instantly checking up or filling up your threshold accounts. So for Google, I don't know what's wrong with Google, but some agency they have their reader around it. They actually register in Naira account, but only agency have their way around that. But I don't know. But for Google, you can use dollar card, you can use Google's bank. But now I think we don't have problem with cards again in Nigeria. Since the float Naira, so everything should work fine.
Okay. Thank you so much for that response, Omotunde. So on to posting frequency, someone has a question about posting frequency. How often should you post in a day? Because obviously you don't want your page to become too spammy. You don't want to be people's faces, too often to the point where they start to get agitated. What would you recommend in terms of posting frequency, especially for small businesses?
So for small businesses, creating content is very hard. So I don't see a small business posting 3 to 4 times a day, because imagine if I'm coming to your page and I'm looking for something and you've posted a lot of, maybe you've posted 4 per day, 5 per day, and you've posted a lot of things. How will I keep track of what I need on your page? So as small businesses, I advise for them to have at least, let's say in a week, let them post daily, and see the traction first. Then if they see the traction is not enough, they can increase. But most especially, posting alone doesn't guarantee, engagement. You need to boost your post too. So if you post a post a day and you have scheduled the post to get promoted, I don't think you need a lot of posting again, since you've posted and you're going to run hard and it's going to generate a lot of attention and engagement for you. So creating content and posting a lot of content daily is very, very, very expensive. I don't know, it's very expensive for you to post, frequently because you need to design flyers. It takes hours for you to design flyers, to do videos. It takes times to do content. Content creation is not easy. So it depends.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So the question of artificial intelligence, as we all know, artificial intelligence is disrupting a lot of spaces right now, and digital marketing is not exempt. So to you, Maureen, and obviously you answer this after Maureen, if you don't mind. How is artificial intelligence actually influencing digital marketing, and how can business owners take advantage of it?
Tunde mentioned about content creation, and AI is really helping us with that. Also on us, on the other side of content marketing, it has made us, quickly finish up with our content calendars and, avoided situations of having a creative block. So one, your normal ChatGPT and your chatbots will allow you to easily create content for your target audience easily and quick. And then you also have better data analysis. So you can always decide to use AI when it comes to targeting campaigns. You can always ask them and they'll give you all that information. If I want to use specific keywords actually are really good. So you can even just put in your website there and it will give you the relevant keywords for your business. So AI has really helped us in terms of especially the targeting part and content creation. It has made it easier. And then you can also decide to use AI to personalize and enhance customer experience so that you can increase conversion rates. So that means that you can decide to also create maybe responses for your conversations with your customers. You can try and see how you can personalize that once you link with an AI platform. And then also using chatbots. I think AI chatbots are now becoming very available where you can be able to sync it with your website easily. So that would really help you. For example, for us at Tapi right now, when you create an ad using Tapi.app, our Tapi website or a Tapi platform, you can be able to create descriptions. Descriptions of your post for Instagram and Facebook using AI. So that's an example of certain tools that are available even to make work easier for you. So instead, you're struggling to write a caption, we will use the data on your website and we'll use that to auto-generate a caption. And then you can always decide to alter it or edit it easily. And yeah, so that's also another way at least that AI is helping.
Okay. So thank you so much, Maureen, for those insights. Omotunde, do you want to quickly chip in briefly?
She has said a lot of things about AI already. AI is already helping with a lot of research. Just like we have Brat by Google. Instead of you just typing on Google now and bringing a bunch of websites for you, Brat can actually just just go and search for those things for you, then give you the best information for you. So instead of you just wasting time looking for a website, you can just go to Brat and do that. We have Bing Chat. Bing Chat can actually create a logo for you. Bing Chat can create a logo for you, can do a lot of things for you. It's more of like ChatGPT because Bing AI Chat is very, very powerful, almost similar to ChatGPT, but people are not making use of Bing AI more. ChatGPT has been connected to the internet 2021. So actually the information are not yet updated. I use ChatGPT a lot and I use their paid feature, and I can see they have a lot of opportunities for small businesses. Small businesses must be willing to pay for tools, like to grow faster. Free tools are not really effective. Let's don't this for ourselves. We need to pay for these tools. So with ChatGPT, you can do a lot of things. You can optimize your web. So some of those tools, some of those SEO tools I mentioned, you can actually just pay for ChatGPT and access those tools for you. And it's 16,000 monthly. I do 16,000 monthly, so it's very, very cool. So those are the things that that assist me, to create content and gives ideas, strategy, develop strategy, and all that. So it's very important for brands to always use AI. It's very, very important.
Thank you so much, Omotunde. Thank you, Maureen, for answering these questions. We've pretty much gone through all the questions that we have. I just like to know if you have any final words to business owners of the topic, Maureen and Omotunde. Any final words? Who wants to go first? Okay, we can't hear you, Maureen.
Okay, yeah, now you can hear me. So I just wanted to say, like, definitely digital marketing is an ever evolving landscape that we'll always have to be learning and adapting based on what's going on. I mean, right now you can even get more engagement organically on Instagram thanks to the algorithms, and power that now with paid advertising. We never knew Facebook would be just a place right now just for engagement and followers compared to conversions for most brands, but that seems like the case right now. So things are definitely changing. Twitter has surprised us this year with all the new surprises we never thought, and so we definitely have to, one, be adaptable to change as a business, as a brand. Also, mentioned about authenticity right now is what sells. So you always have to be as authentic as possible to be competitive to your businesses. And yeah, so I think that really just helps you to make your digital marketing journey easier. Be flexible also in trying out new things, testing what works for you, what campaign doesn't work for you. Put in money. At the end of the day, always put in money. So put your paid ads, try it out, and that will just make your digital marketing journey way easier compared to being very static and rigid. Yeah. So there's no place for conservatives in digital marketing. You definitely have to be think like a Gen Z. That's what I say. Think like a Gen Z, and then you'll work it out. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Maureen. Omotunde, any final words?
Okay. For me, I would just say for business owner in Nigeria, most of them are still not keen on the importance of digital marketing for their business. A lot of these people just think digital marketing is there. And when they are looking for a service of a digital marketer or something, they undermine that it's just for you to just run paid ads, what's there, stuff like that. And for instance, now, if I want to charge you 30,000 naira for a service or 50,000 naira for a service, and you said, I can do it, I said, go to YouTube, learn how to do these things yourself. I have done it over the years, for 5, 7 years, 8 years. And do you think when I'm going to run your ad, do you think I'll make mistake? You as a business owner, you're going to make a lot of mistake. You're going to test a lot of waters for your businesses, for your business to know the right strategy, the right channel for you to use. But if you are keen to just go somewhere very fast, you need to always know how to reach out to people that will help you to assist you faster. It's not always very expensive, but you save a lot of time, cost, because at the end of the day, imagine you keep spending 50,000, 1,000 naira to run ads and you're wasting the money. But if you give to someone that can assist you, you actually get to where you're going faster. So I would tell businesses in Nigeria, especially in Lagos, to always know the importance of digital marketing in their business. That is very, very important. They should never undermine the growth at all, because if your business is on the internet, you need to do digital marketing. So that's it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Omotunde. Thank you, Maureen, for spending quality time with us today. Thank you for honoring our invitation. We cannot thank you enough. We really, really appreciate all the insights and illuminating facts and actionable points and strategies you shared with us today. So thank you so much. How can business owners reach you? Because some people have been asking, how can they contact you? Can you share your contact details if you're doing that? Maureen and Omotunde. Who wants to go first?
Okay. Omotunde wants me to go first every time. Okay, cool. I'll just type in my email. I will share my email. You can reach me out through that. And yeah, we can definitely engage further. I'm just sharing my email right now. Cool. I've kept it on the chat, so you can reach me out through my email. Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Omotunde?
Yeah. I'll share it in chat now.
Okay. So participants, if you want to reach out to our facilitators, kindly reach out to them via the contact details they have pasted in the chat box. So thank you so much for that. Thank you once again, Omotunde and Maureen, to all our participants. Thank you so much for fitting us into your schedule and for joining us today. We hope you have learned tips and strategies that will help you move your business forward in the digital landscape. We have reached the end of this webinar, but you can always reach out to us and stay connected by following us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, X, Instagram, Threads, LinkedIn. And people have been asking about the presentation slides. You will, if you registered via Zoom, you will get the presentation slides in your email today. So you can always revisit the points shared by the facilitator. And also, it's important to note that the replay of this webinar will be available on our YouTube channel. So you can visit our YouTube channel, LSETF, subscribe and watch the replay of this webinar at your leisure. And you can also watch the replay of past and previous webinars that we've held. So thank you so much once again. And it's very important to note that LSETF is closer to you than you think. So we have liaison offices in all the 26 local council development areas and local government areas in Lagos State, from Agege to Surulere. So you can always visit your local council development area or LGA and ask for the LSETF liaison office, and you'll be directed accordingly. Thank you, Omotunde. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you to all our participants. Have a fantastic day, and bye for now.
Thank you, and have a good day.
You too. Okay. Bye.